Florida will always be the wildest state to go fishing in. With all these kids playing video games, we got a couple kids playing fishing in real life, and this Karen decides to be crazy. Let's watch this.
Because if someone goes in your backyard, you can blow their heads off. I have a right to protect my property and my house.
A Fox 35 exclusive now. This woman accused of holding two teenagers at gunpoint. She called 911 on them, but she's the one who ended up in cuffs. That woman claimed that the teens were trespassing.
The 8th grader tells me he's still shaken up. He says he was near a pond with his friends to go fishing when the next thing he knew, a woman was pointing a gun at them. That move landed her right here in the Brevard County Jail.
Because if someone goes in your backyard, you can blow their heads off. I have a right to protect my property and my house. So you ain't coming back. Ever.
The frightening moments that had 15-year-old Braden and his friend scared for their lives. Braden says the Melbourne woman told them multiple times she was going to blow their heads off.
She said that she was going to blow our brains out, and saying that if we didn't listen to her, then she would shoot, and that she was going to blow our head off.
The 8th graders went to a pond near Royston Lane in Melbourne to go fishing. Braden says the woman who lives near the pond walked out of her backyard pointing a long black pellet gun at them.
Did you know it was a pellet gun at the time, or in your head, this is a real gun that she could shoot and kill you?
In my head, I thought it was a real gun. She was going to shoot us and kill us, and the fact that she was saying she was going to blow our head off, you can't do that with a pellet gun. So I really thought it was real.
You can see in this photo, Donna Elkins was standing over them with the long gun. Deputies say Elkins ordered them to get on the ground. Braden already had a broken arm at the time from falling off his electric bike before this, but got down quickly. That's when the 59-year-old called 911, saying there were two boys in her backyard fishing. She told the dispatcher she, quote, petrified them, and went on to say she had, quote, stopped them and they were laying on the ground.
When she came out, I was just trying to do whatever she said, just hoping she would not shoot us.
According to property lines, the teens were 30 feet off her property and not in her backyard. Elkins was arrested and booked in the Brevard County Jail on 2 charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 2 charges of false imprisonment. As you can see, Braden didn't want to go on camera, but still wanted to share what happened in hopes that it doesn't happen again.
What she did was wrong. It's just been on my mind for the past couple of days. It's been hard to sleep and stuff.
Elkins has bonded out of jail. Reporting in Brevard County, Stephanie Buffmonte, Fox 35 News.
That's right. This Karen has such a big problem that these kids aren't inside playing video games. You know, they're outside being regular old kids, fishing like you want them to be. Like we beg as parents to get our kids to go outside and play. This Karen pulls out the most Yosemite Sam wannabe BB gun you ever seen in your life. It makes no sense. You know, we harp on these kids to do more with their life than play Roblox and all this and all that. And we got Karen right here mad that these kids are fishing. It ain't even her place to be telling them they can't be fishing. You know what I'd do if I seen a couple kids fish in my pond? Ask them if they want a bottle of water. It's hot here in Florida. You know, like there's no harm, no foul. Most fishermen are decent people too. Type of person to clean up after you left. You know, not everybody, but most. You know, what's this kid gonna do? Catch a little bass that's gonna hurt your feelings, Karen? Karen, that's what's gonna drive you crazy? Look, I understand this is Florida. Nobody wants you on their property, this, that, and the other. But you got to think twice before you go crashing out. You know? If you're going to crash, especially if you're crashing out on some kids. Right? Like, we all been there. The dumb things I did as a kid were dumb. They weren't fishing in someone else's pond. You know, that's pretty lame on the examples of, you know, not such a big deal. So please take this moment to reflect and maybe take your kid fishing. You know, we will be starting to bring more fishing content shortly. So I hope you tune in for that. This is the Bold Sports Show. I'm your host, Mr. KC.